The 2005 D United States 5-cent coin. The 2005 D United States 5-cent coin, commonly called the nickel, is an important piece in American numismatic history. Minted at the United States Mint facility in Denver, Colorado, this coin was part of a special redesign series issued to commemorate the bicentennial of the famous Lewis and Clark expedition and the westward expansion of the United States. The D Mint mark on the coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. The year 2005 was significant because the United States Mint temporarily changed the traditional design of the Jefferson nickel, which had remained mostly unchanged since 1938. The 2005 D nickel represented a historic transition in American coinage, combining modern artistic changes with national historical remembrance. Collectors and historians often consider this coin an important modern commemorative circulation issue. Background of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. The new coin featured a portrait of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse side and his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse side. The coin was designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, whose work won a national competition organized by the United States Mint. For decades, the Jefferson nickel remained one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. Although minor modifications were made over the years, the overall design stayed the same for more than 60 years. By the early 2000s, however, the Mint sought a way to celebrate an important event in American history: the 200th anniversary of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The Lewis and Clark expedition. The Lewis and Clark expedition was one of the most significant explorations in American history. In 1803, the United States purchased a vast territory from France in what became known as the Louisiana Purchase. President Thomas Jefferson wanted to explore this enormous new land area and learn about its geography, wildlife, and native peoples. Jefferson selected two explorers, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, to lead the mission. Beginning in 1804, the expedition traveled thousands of miles across rivers, mountains, and forests, eventually reaching the Pacific Ocean in 1805. The expedition helped establish trade routes, increased scientific knowledge, and strengthened American claims to Western lands. Because of its importance, the United States Mint honored the bicentennial of the journey with redesigned nickels from 2004 through 2006. The 2005 Nickel Redesign Program. The 2005 D nickel was part of a two-design series released during that year. Unlike ordinary nickels, these coins featured temporary new reverse designs and a modified portrait of Jefferson. Two major reverse designs appeared in 2005. The American Bison Reverse, the Ocean in View Reverse. Both versions were struck at the Denver Mint and carried the D Mint mark. The obverse design was also changed. For the first time in decades, Jefferson faced forward instead of to the side. This modern portrait was created by artist Joe Fitzgerald and sculptor Donna Weaver. The new image gave the coin a fresh and contemporary appearance while still honoring Jefferson's legacy. The American Bison Design. One of the most famous 2005 D nickels featured the American bison on the reverse side. The design was inspired by the historic Buffalo nickel minted from 1913 to 1938. The bison represented the wildlife encountered by Lewis and Clark during their journey across the Great Plains. The animal shown on the coin symbolizes strength, freedom, and the untamed nature of the American frontier. During the early 19th century, millions of bison roamed North America. Native American tribes depended on these animals for food, clothing, shelter, and tools. The bison design connected modern Americans with the natural world experienced by explorers 2 centuries earlier. It also reminded citizens about the importance of wildlife conservation, since the bison population nearly became extinct during the 19th century. Collectors appreciated the artistic quality of the coin, and many compared it favorably to the classic Buffalo nickel. The Ocean in View design. The second 2005 D nickel featured the Ocean in View reverse design. This image commemorated the moment when Lewis and Clark finally reached the Pacific coast in November 1805. The reverse depicted a rugged shoreline with waves crashing toward the coast. Inscribed on the coin were the words, "Ocean in View. Oh, the joy!" Taken directly from William Clark's journal entries. These words express the excitement and relief felt by the explorers after their difficult journey. This design celebrated courage, discovery, and national expansion. It symbolized the spirit of exploration that shaped early American history. Coin specifications. The 2005 D nickel maintained the standard specifications used for Jefferson nickels throughout modern history. Denomination: 5 cents. Country: United States of America. Composition: 75% copper and 25% nickel. Weight: 5 grams. Diameter: 21.21 millimeters. Edge: plain. Mint mark: D for Denver. Minting facility: Denver Mint. The copper-nickel composition has been used since 1866 for most United States nickels. The metal combination provides durability and resistance to wear. The Denver Mint. The Denver Mint played an important role in producing the 2005 D nickel. Established in 1906, the Denver Mint became one of the largest coin-producing facilities in the world. Coins struck in Denver carry the D Mint mark. During 2005, millions of nickels were produced there for circulation across the United States. Because such large quantities were minted, most 2005 D nickels are common today. However, high-quality examples with strong details remain popular among collectors. Artistic features. The redesign of the 2005 nickel reflected a major artistic shift. Earlier Jefferson nickels used a formal side-profile portrait based on classical sculpture. The 2005 portrait instead showed Jefferson facing forward with a more natural expression. This was one of the few times a circulating United States coin displayed a president in a direct-facing portrait. The design brought a modern appearance to American coinage while preserving historical dignity. The reverse designs also displayed detailed artistry. The bison showed texture and movement, while the ocean scene created depth and emotion. These features demonstrated the Mint's commitment to improving modern coin design. Public reception. The 2005 D nickel received widespread public attention. Many Americans noticed the unusual new designs because the Jefferson nickel had looked nearly identical for generations. Coin collectors enthusiastically saved rolls and uncirculated examples. Schools and history teachers also used the coins to discuss the Lewis and Clark expedition and early American exploration. Some people preferred the traditional Monticello design and considered the redesign unnecessary. Others praised the Mint for creating educational and visually interesting coins. Overall, the 2005 nickel program succeeded in increasing public interest in coin collecting and American history. Collecting the 2005 D nickel. Today, the 2005 D nickel remains a favorite among modern coin collectors. Because the coins circulated widely, worn examples are easy to find in pocket change. However, collectors often search for coins in mint condition with sharp details and strong luster. Professional grading companies evaluate coins based on preservation and quality. Higher-grade specimens can be worth more than face value, especially if they display exceptional surfaces. Collectors also look for unusual minting errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, weak strikes, clipped planchets. Error coins are uncommon and may attract significant collector interest. Educational importance. The 2005 D-nickel serves as more than just money. It acts as a small historical document that teaches Americans about exploration, national growth, and cultural heritage. Through everyday circulation, millions of people learned about the Lewis and Clark expedition. The coin encouraged interest in geography, frontier history, and the role of Thomas Jefferson in shaping the nation. Coins often reflect the values and stories of a country. The 2005 nickel emphasized discovery, courage, and progress, qualities strongly connected with the American identity. Comparison with earlier nickels. Before 2004, the Jefferson nickel changed very little over many decades. Earlier versions mainly featured Jefferson's side portrait, Monticello on the reverse, traditional inscriptions. The 2005 redesign broke from tradition by introducing modern imagery and experimental layouts. It demonstrated that circulating coins could evolve artistically while still preserving historical themes. Compared to older nickels, the 2005 D coin appears more dynamic and expressive. The forward-facing portrait especially marked a dramatic departure from previous American coinage styles. Legacy of the 2005 D-nickel. The legacy of the 2005 D-nickel continues today. The redesign program proved that modern commemorative circulation coins could attract public attention and inspire learning. Following the success of the program, the United States Mint later introduced additional educational coin series, including state quarters and national park quarters. The 2005 nickel also strengthened appreciation for the Lewis and Clark expedition. By placing historical imagery into daily commerce, the Mint connected ordinary citizens with important moments from the nation's past. Collectors now view the coin as an essential part of modern United States coin history. Conclusion: the 2005 D United States 5-cent coin represents an important chapter in American numismatics. Produced at the Denver Mint, it honored the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition and celebrated the spirit of exploration that helped shape the United States. With its redesigned portrait of Thomas Jefferson and its memorable reverse designs featuring the American bison and Pacific coastline, the coin brought fresh artistic energy to a classic American denomination. Although millions were minted for circulation, the 2005 D-nickel remains historically meaningful because it combined art, education, and national heritage in a simple 5-cent coin. It reminds Americans of the courage of explorers, the importance of discovery, and the enduring role of coins as symbols of history and culture. Today, collectors and historians continue to value the 2005 D-nickel not only for its monetary function, but also for the story it tells about America's journey across a growing continent.